Make a statement now. The presidents in America are not elected, they are chosen beforehand.
That's a bold statement.
That's a bold statement. Now, in one of my books, I have the quote here. It says, Ronald Reagan was written up in the Webster's Dictionary as the next president of the United States even before the elections were held.
Can that be proved?
Yes, it can be. You can check it up. It says the Consul General in Auckland, New Zealand, said, unbelievable. And the publishers of the dictionary had no explanation as to how that took place.
So obviously they were well aware who was going to be elected.
They knew, and they know already in America who's going to win this one. They know whether it's Bush or Gore. Both men, by the way, are world government people, but my guess is Gore will get it because Bush will get it because he belongs to the skull and bone society. At the moment, Gore's ahead in the polls, but I still think Bush will get it.
But either way, the New World Order society wins.
Yes. Now
gets their man in.
Now let's go a little further. I want to go further.
Have you ever been sued, Barry?
Well, I mean, there's plenty of opportunity to do it because my statements are outrageous.
They are. And what about the ones that were made in the first programme about the Masons? I mean, it's quite interesting. Have you not had any repercussions about
Well,
this?
they can't because, I mean, it would simply bring out all this stuff. They don't want people to know all this. They want people to think that their society is concerned with building hospitals, looking after young people and so on. These are good things.
But they've never sued you?
Well, they can't.
Why?
Well, how could they? Because simply all the stuff comes out in the open, you see. And they don't want it to come out in the open. That's the point. I mean, the Salvation Army, they do good things too, but they don't take oaths to cut their throats and rip their chests open and so on.
My point is, though, Barry, if they haven't sued you, then perhaps what you're saying is true.
Let's play a game called Did You Know? Did you know that the 50 stars on the United States flag represent angels? Here's biblical proof. Do you not know that the Bible says that the Lord created the stars and He calleth them by name? Name. So we know that these are 50 fallen angels who have dominion over 50 states in the United States of America. I know that there's probably 2 more that were added on, but those are stars, those are living beings. Now when you look at the stripes on the flag, they say those stripes are for the 13 colonies. That's wrong. Those stripes represent the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, of the Roman Empire. Did you know that every United States president that gets inaugurated into office are chosen by the 1% elite? Did you know they all go to London and bow to the Queen of England? Did you know that Donald Trump was knighted in 2020? Did you know that Joe Biden is a Rosicrucian Freemason? Did you know that America is a corporation? That one was just for the remedial. Some people are like, what? What does that mean? Basically, the totality and the whole context of this conversation of did you know is you need to stop saluting and showing respect to things that you have no idea what you're doing. Because a lot of people think that this is a country and a society full of freedom and rights to do this and rights to do that, when really you never had rights. This is an experiment. Let me say it again. This is a experiment. That's why this place is called Babylon. Okay? Babylon. It's confusion. So to those of you out there who are shaken by this a little bit, just think about it. Look up everything. Every founder of this country. In fact, let's just keep it real. All entertainment, all politics, all doctrine, all medicine, all philanthropy, anything that is of high value in this world, they all are in the same religion. And it's called Freemasonry of the Hidden Masters.
You talk about the New World Order defined as you have as being Luciferian.
Yes.
How do you know that?
Well, my investigations led me to look at the back of the American dollar and I found these strange seals on the dollar here. When we go to the States speaking on these subjects, I say to the Americans, have you seen these seals before? They say, no. I say, but they've been on your dollar since 1933. How come you've never seen them? They're Illuminati seals, which was a secret society set up in 1776 by a man called Adam Weishaupt, according to the Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, Weishaupt was an ex-Jesuit priest who had an aim, was to put Lucifer on the throne of the world. And on the back of the dollar here, you see the seal on the left-hand side, and there's an eye in the triangle, which many Americans presume to be the eye of God, but it's not. It's the eye of Horus in Egyptian mythology, now called the eye of Lucifer or Satan. Now, we can establish that fact because the God that we serve does not have one eye, of course. He's not a cyclops. It says the eyes, plural, of the Lord run to and fro throughout the earth. Anybody who is familiar with witchcraft will know that that eye, when you open it a little bit, is the eye of psychic knowledge. When you open it completely and it is illumined, as this one is, it is the eye of Lucifer himself, who is the god of Freemasonry, the god of witchcraft, and the god of the occult or esoteric practice. Then you have the 13 layers of stone on the pyramid, and people should be asking the question, what is an Egyptian pyramid doing on the back of an American dollar? What link-up is there between America and Egypt? The answer is none at all, except in the field of the occult. And I discovered that the 13 layers of stone there stand for the 13 layers in Freemasonry, which is very much involved in this plan to set up the Novus Ordo Seclorum, which is a one world government. Then you have at the bottom 1776. The date was May the 1st, when the Illuminati was inaugurated in Bavaria, not July the 4th, the Declaration of Independence, as many Americans presume. The two words at the top, Annua Chaptus, stand for announcing the birth of, and down the bottom, Novus Ordo Seclorum. The word novus in Latin stands for new. The word ordo means order, and the word seclorum is where we get our word secular from, the absence of God. And thus we see that eye cannot be the eye of God, for why would he be setting up a new system, complete world government, with the absence of himself as being in power? And thus we see we're dealing with a Luciferian plan. On the other side we have the so-called American eagle, which we discover is not an eagle at all. According to the witchcraft people, that is a phoenix. And the phoenix, as we all know, was a mystical bird that rose out of the ashes of the Tower of Babel. Man's first attempt, Tower of Babel. God smashed it, failed. Second attempt, New World Order. I predict God will smash it, but it will reign for 3.5 years, and the whole world system will come under its power. It's starting right now, Howard.